Hello? Yeah, you ready? Okay. Okay, and we're back here at Kennedy Rink. We apologize for the line noise, and we're just underway in the hockey game. Right off the bat, the puck comes into the Messina zone. The Raiders clear it. They move it at center ice. Raiders trying to come up with it. That's DeRose. He has it knocked away. The puck bounces away, and into the zone it goes. Here's Jeff Day. He's bodied out of the play. Mendiola picking up the loose puck and starts it out of there. Here's Mendiola down the left wing side into the zone. His shot goes off a leg in behind the net. Comes to Mike Lapointe. Lapointe from Messina. Looks to move it out. His pass intercepted. Durant has it knocked away. Goes to Lapointe again. Lapointe's head man, meant for Kerwin, goes by him. And that'll be an icing call against the Red Raiders.
That's a name we'll hear Jerry call a lot tonight. Number 20, Nick Mendiola, the captain of this Rome club, and a good rush down that left side. Gained the offensive zone, cut into the middle, and got off a quick wrist shot, but just wide of the net. Just underway here in the 53 seconds played in the first period. Face-off to the right of Zach Long.
Messina coming out with a Meacham line against the Darryl Finn line. Finn out there with Carpenter and Davis. Off the face-off, Raiders control. Bubba Girard trying to move it out of the zone. Has it knocked away. Comes to O'Shea. He gets knocked off the puck. Now in after it is Eric Meacham, and he moves it ahead to O'Shea. Timmy O'Shea gets by the check. Here comes O'Shea. Fenner centering pass. Walsh fanned on the shot. And here come the Knights. They dump it out to center ice. Raiders control at their own blue line. Ahead it goes to Walsh. Knocked away from him. Comes back into the zone off Cameron's stick, and Bubba Girard back after it. Raiders start to break it out again. Here's Girard with it. His headman pass goes by everybody, and we got another icing call against Messina. 13:30 left in the first period, and on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, it's 0-0.
And quick shifts by the Black Knights of Rome, and I think Smakey forcing Coach Long to come in quick shifts. I think it had a minute and a half, and we're on to the third shift.
Jim D'Angelo out there with Bobby Page and Jason Smith for Rome. Messina coming out with the Cormanius line. Cormanius out there with Weiskopf and St. Thomas. Off the face-off, puck around the boards in the Messina zone. St. Thomas stops it, feeds it ahead for Cormanius, too far. And again, the icing will be called against Messina. That's the third icing in a row against the Raiders.
And an oddity here tonight, Jerry. Both clubs wearing the Raiders certainly wearing their road red uniforms, and the Black Knights would seem to me would be a road uniform, dark black with orange and white trim. I'm not sure if that's a home uniform or not. Looks like a traveling uniform.
Certainly isn't white. Face-off Messina zone. Cormanius out there against D'Angelo. Now they toss Cormanius out. Yeah, I think they do. Toss him out of the circle. St. Thomas steps in and tries to flip it ahead, top of the circle. Puck picked up by the Messina defense. Nightingale off the boards and out to center ice. Trickles to the Rome zone. Picked up by D'Angelo. He bangs it out to center ice. Comes to Bobby Page, his head man into the Messina zone. Jason Smith after it, centers it right across the goal mouth. Nobody there. And around the boards it comes. Weiskopf takes a whack at it. Gets away from him. Right in front of the net. They got a chance and a score! That's going to be Jason Smith. And the Black Knights take the lead 1-0 on a goal by Smith.
Jason Smith or Bobby Page, I'm not sure. I think it might be number 5.
Okay.
It's number 5. I think that's Bobby Page. The puck was in the corner to the left of Zach Long, and again, out-hustled the Rome forward, out-hustled the Raiders for it, threw it out in front, and I think Bobby Page just broke down from the top of the circle and found beat the Raider defenseman to the puck and just gave a little backhander and went right between Zach Long's legs.
So the Knights take the lead here 1-0. We're in the first period. And the face-off controlled by the Knights. They back it into their own zone. Stolen away by Messina momentarily to the blue line and out to center ice. Right back come the Knights into the Messina zone. Poke check the way they follow it. Goes into the corner. And the Raiders try to come up with it, and they do. Moving it ahead along the boards out to neutral ice. Here comes Messina. They've got Ward out there. He gets knocked into the corner. The puck comes free. Knights pick it up and start it out again. Here comes Anthony Amo out to neutral ice. His headman pass. Here's a drive from just inside the blue line, blocked. And Johnny Rochford has it. Rips it over on the other side to Drew Wonke. Wonke's headman all the way out to the Rome blue line. Picked up there by Marchone. He tries to flip it ahead. Goes into the Messina zone. After it there is Johnny Rochford. Black Knights lead it 1-0. Around the boards, LaPointe throws a check, moves the puck out to center ice, bounces away from him. Coming up for it is Day. Ahead to LaPointe. Michael takes it by a check, has the puck knocked away. Marchand moves it ahead. Comes to Justin Davis, and his headman goes all the way down the ice. And that'll be an icing call against the Black Knights. And the Raiders will take over with a face-off in the Rome zone.
Rome showing good early foot speed here in this first period, trying to catch the Raiders with those wobbly bus legs. That goal coming at the 2:04 mark. Bobby Page from Jason Smith and Jim DeAngelo picking up the assist.
Face-off inside Rome territory to the left of goaltender Vinny DiMaggio. DiMaggio playing goal for Rome and Zach Long for Messina. Off the draw, here's Day trying to move it in front. The puck slides in front, shot. Kerwin, save made by DiMaggio. Puck cleared around the boards, good chance for Kerwin. Puck picked up by Day in the circle, trying to move it around the boards. He gets tied up, taken away by defenseman Marchand. Now following his Day again, centering pass in front, score! Mike LaPointe, and Messina ties it. Mike LaPointe getting the goal, and the Raiders are on the scoreboard, and that was a nice feed from behind.
I'll tell you, Mike LaPointe gets the goal, but the guy that did all the work was number 8, Jeff Day. He had, prior to that, just set up Ryan Kerwin. Day come out of the corner to the left of Vinny DiMaggio, walked right out in front, took a shot. Kerwin's there, has got him point-blank range, and DiMaggio makes the save. Day goes into the corner to the right of DiMaggio, digs the puck out, walks behind the net, and fires it out in front. Mike LaPointe, all alone, slams it by DiMaggio, and we're tied.
So on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, we got a 1-1 tie hockey game. Raiders trying to dump the puck in the Rome zone again. Puck in the corner, they dig for it. Around the boards it comes. Picked up there by the Black Knights, and they move it out to center ice. Puck dumped into the Messina zone. Gerard going in after, trying to tie up his man. Puck goes in the corner, it kicks free. The Knights have it, they're going to try the wraparound right across the goal mouth. They bang at it, fired just wide. Good opportunity for the Black Knights right there. Messina just trying to move it along the sideboards now to clear it out of the zone. They still don't. Finally, it's poke checked ahead, kept in at the point. The Knights putting on some good forechecking pressure here. And in behind, we're going to have our first penalty.
And boy, the Knights came within a whisker. Jim DeAngelo, and Jason Smith again, that third unit, buzzing all around the Raiders. We mentioned good early foot speed, and all three units of Rome showing a lot of speed out there. That tying goal, Mike LaPointe's his 11th of the year. Jeff Day picking up the assist, coming at the 3:45 mark. So within a minute and 41 seconds, we've had 2 goals.
Face-off inside Messina territory, and the penalty going to the Red Raiders. That's going to go against Eric Meacham. So Meacham getting the penalty. And the Black Knights go on the power play here for the first time tonight. Carmanius takes the face-off. Here's the drive from the point. Deflected, and it didn't make it all the way through. Puck in the corner. Raiders just look to move it. They still can't clear the zone. The Raiders poke it. Still don't clear the zone. They got a man free in front. Here's the wide, the drive. It hit the back of somebody in the corner. Now after Ben Nightingale just looks to tie it up. Messina with a couple of good opportunities to clear the zone, couldn't do it. The Knights still have it in behind the net. They look to center, but it's knocked away. And finally, the Raiders find the handle and dump it down the ice. DiMaggio stops it. We're down to a minute left in the power play. Puck in behind the net now, picked up by Nick Mendiola. Mendiola now hitting it on the wing, and they move it out of the zone. That's Marchand, and he just dumps it from the red line into the Messina zone. Johnny Rochford drops it in behind the net for Ben Nightingale. He looks for the angle. Doesn't get it out of the zone, kept in at the point. They move it in behind the net. Nightingale digs for it. It comes free, and the Raiders try to move it down the ice, and they do, as Johnny Rochford found the funny angle and got it out to neutral ice. Here comes the long headman pass by DiMaggio. The Knights dump it in the zone. They want to change. Messina clears it down the ice. We're down to about 20 seconds left in the power play. Knights in their own end. Mike LaPointe out there trying to kill it, along with Jeff Day. And let's see here, Drew Wonky is out there, and Johnny Rochford. Knights move it. LaPointe steps in front of the pass, has it knocked to Day. Day trying to come up with it. He still has it. Finally flips it along the boards. They dig for it, tied up right in front of the blue line. Finally it squirts free, and the Knights take it in. Here's the shot, and it goes way wide in the corner. The penalty is elapsed, and Messina kills off the first Rome power play. Raiders just dump it off the boards out to center ice. Rome defense picking it up. That's Matt Clara. To the Messina blue line, across the blue line, in behind the net, Johnny Rochford with it. Rochford has it taken away. Puck in the corner, but LaPointe back checking. Puck to the blue line. Here's a shot. Goes into the corner as it bounced off a leg. Back to the blue line. The Rome team moving it around the horn. Now Johnny Rochford has it battled away again behind the net. Hits the side of the net. Rochford is there to come up with it, though. This time he dumps it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Messina and move the faceoff back in the Raiders' zone with 8:30 left on the Bopo State Farm Insurance scoreboard. We're tied at 1.
The Black Knights do an excellent job going to the net, Jerry. Every time that they gain the zone, they've always got someone going to the net. And so the Raider defense it's going to have to be on their toes constantly out there when the puck is in their zone. And we mentioned very good, quick speed, and go to that net exceptionally well.
Off the faceoff, puck in behind the net. Zach Long trickles it in behind. The big battle for it, and coming out is DeRosie. DeRosie has it knocked away, comes to Charlie Durant. He'll start out left side of his own goalie. Looks up ice, moves it to the blue line, and right out just across the zone. Here comes Timmy O'Shea. Stick handling. Ahead it goes to Walsh. Poke checked away from him up into the stands. And we'll have a face-off just inside Rome territory.
Good crowd here. We mentioned JFK, an older arena, but very cozy, very comfortable arena. And you're right on top. It reminds you of Wrigley Field. You know, you're right on top of the play, and the fans can sense the action. It gets the kids into it. Great place to watch a hockey game, and I'm sure to play a hockey game.
We're right on the top row of the bleachers here, David, and we're not very far from the ice at all.
That's right. A great vantage spot just inside the offensive zone of the Rome Black Knights. Vinny DiMaggio just to our left. We're just about 10 feet inside the blue line. And we're right amongst the Rome supporters. We're on the Rome side. The Raiders bench across the way, and so we're right in amongst some hostile fans.
Off the face-off. Rome clears it. Right back in the zone it comes. Comes to Matt Clara for the Black Knights. He moves it just across the Messina blue line. Here's a chance in front. It's fired just wide. And a good opportunity there by Anthony Amo. Now the Messina Red Raiders move it out, have it stolen, dumped right back in Raider territory. Durant with it. Durant rips it around the boards. Justin Walsh, his head man, on the stick of O'Shea. Here comes O'Shea busting by the D, and he has it poke checked away at the last second. Good defensive play by Clara. Puck to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Now it trickles out to center ice. Picked up by Amo. Here comes Amo. Has it swept away by Charlie Durant. Durant picks up the puck, slides it. Does not get out of the zone, but Meacham will pick it up. Meacham, headman on the stick of Walsh. He skates in. His shot is blocked. Rebound comes out to the blue line. Here's a drive. The save is made. Puck in the circle. Picked up by the defense. Matt Clara with it. Puck, and we have a whistle as a couple of players got mixed up in the fray right in front of the net. And I think we're going to have a holding call, probably matching Miners.
Yeah, I think he had one initially. I think he might have had one on, well, let's see, maybe the Raiders are going to escape one. But I think number 20, Nick Mendiola, is going to pick it up. A holding call in front, and that's on Justin Walsh. And I thought maybe Justin Walsh retaliated, but evaded that penalty. So the Raiders are going to go on a power play.
Mendiola picks up the call.
It'll be a holding call, I'm sure.
Nick Mendiola for holding. And the Raiders will go on the power play here. Off the face-off, the Knights clear it down the ice. Messina back in their own end to regroup. Mike Cameron back out there with Bubba Girard, Lapointe, Cormanius, and Weiskopf up front. Raiders started out. Here comes Cameron across the red line. He just dumps it deep in Rome territory. Puck stopped by Vinny DiMaggio, clears in the corner. Joey Weiskopf is there. Weiskopf dumps it back. It comes back to the blue line and out to center ice as Nick Cormanius tried to feed it back to the blue line, but he got it right between the two defensemen, and it comes all the way back in the Messina zone. Up forechecking is Daryl Finn for Rome, trying to kill this one off. And the Raiders started out again. Here's Cameron's headman. Nick Cormanius has it knocked away, back to the Messina line. Picked up by Bubba Girard. He flips it in the Rome zone. Takes a funny bounce right in front of the net. DiMaggio's going to cover it up, as he had Joey Weiskopf right on top of him. That puck took a funny bounce off the backboard, came right in the crease.
Yeah, and the Raiders not used, haven't seen this type of penalty kill this year that the Black Knights are using. In fact, Jerry, it's the same thing that UVM used last week against Clarkson. It's that diamond, and they don't press you hard in your own end. They let you come out, and they've got three guys across the blue line and one up at the other blue line, and then they kind of jump out at you, and you have to be set for it. And the Raiders haven't seen yet this type of...
Off the face-off, Timmy O'Shea centers it right across the goal mouth. DiMaggio jumps out on it, still free, and it's cleared into the corner. DiMaggio thought he had it, and it was not underneath him. And now we've got controlling with a high stick against Messina as they knock the puck down, and that'll move the face-off back in their own end. Still 1-1 tie hockey game. 30 seconds left in the Messina man advantage. 6:12 left in the first period.
Puck in the corner to the left of DiMaggio, thrown out in front, and it got through about four bodies, over to Justin Walsh, who was all alone. DiMaggio thought he had it, smothered, but it slithered through them out the Walsh. He wasn't able to capitalize.
Off the faceoff, quick shot, they score right off the draw. Anthony Amo, and Rome gets a short-handed goal to go ahead 2-1.
Cardinal sin. You can't leave that off the draw face-off to the left of Zach Long. And the big gunner for the Rome Black Knights is Anthony Amo. Leads his club with 13 goals. He just picked up his 14th. Right off the draw, was left uncontested, and he just one-timed it. He was to the left of the dot, one-timed it, and beat Zach Long over the right shoulder, the stick shoulder, right up in the top corner.
Amo gets the unassisted goal, a shorthanded goal, and the Raiders are behind again. It's 2-1 for the Black Knights. Puck in the corner. Knights start to move it ahead. Don't clear the zone. Nightingale keeps it in. Moves it around the horn. In behind Andy St. Thomas. St. Thomas trying to go back in the corner. Cormanius after it. Goes back to the blue line. Nightingale. Nightingale to Cormanius. Cormanius, Weiskopf. Back to Nightingale. Winds it up. His shot is blocked. Knocked down in front. Here comes Cormanius, has it knocked away. Back to the blue line, kept in at the point. Penalty as he left, and the Raiders can't keep it in. It goes out to center ice. Here's Nightingale, flipping it ahead. Right back comes Messina, St. Thomas across the blue line. Cormanius in front, he gets tied up and knocked down. The puck comes free, and the Knights move it back out again. Here comes Rome into the Messina zone. They flip it in behind the net. Back after it is Adam Barkley. Barkley trying to clear the zone. It's knocked away. Bounces along the sideline and comes to Cormanius. Here's Cormanius, head of steam right side. He's going to flip it as Messina wants a line change. They dump it in the Rome zone. Knights pick it up and start it out. Trying to get a man breaking, but they wave the icing off as it went off a body. Puck comes to Johnny Rochford in behind. He's taken out of the play. They bang at it. Comes back to the blue line. Here's a drive blocked in front. Comes back to the blue line again. Another shot, save made by Zach Long. Raiders looking to clear. Here's another shot, deflected just wide. Puck goes to the side of the net, in behind. Drew Wonky throws a check. Rochford picks up the puck, looks up ice, moves it ahead. Out to neutral ice. Here come the Raiders. Anthony DiAgostino has a Menkes line out there. Menke, Warden, DiAgostino. Here's Menkes with it in behind. DiMaggio out of his crease, playing it and covers it up. And we'll have a face-off.
Here, as we mentioned, is early going. 4:28 left in the first period. The Black Knights are taking advantage of those, I guess you'd call them bus legs of the Raiders, because right at this stage, they're out hustling and out beating the Raiders to those loose pucks, and just seem to have an extra half step. That last goal, the go-ahead goal, unassisted, shorthanded, his 14th of the year. Anthony Amo right off the draw. 8:37 mark of the second period.
Day out there against Finn. Off the face-off, Knights control the draw. Don't clear the zone. Wonky keeps it in front to Day. Day's pass knocked down in front, and Kerwin was cruising for it, couldn't come up with it. Drew Wonky at the blue line, has it knocked away. Into the zone it goes. Johnny Rochford poke checks it behind the net. Bouncing puck in behind. They jam for it. Puck is still free. Knights control. They go back to the blue line. Here's Marchone with it. Flips it around the boards. In behind the net again. A fight for the puck. And Johnny Rochford moves it to the blue line. Doesn't get it out of the zone. The bouncing puck in behind. Wonky with it. Trying to center it. And it went almost in front of the net. But now it's Johnny Rochford with it. Trying to move it out of the zone. Has it taken away. And dumped in behind the net again. Here's Wonky with it. Doesn't clear the zone. Here's a drive from the point. Rebound. Score! And the Knights go ahead 3-1.
Jerry, we've talked about it many times about coming up the middle, how dangerous it is to come up the middle, especially when you telegraph it. That time the Raider defenseman telegraphed it, came up the middle, and the Knight defenseman stood right on the line, stopped the pass, took a shot, a slap shot, which was wide of the net, wide to Zach Long's right. It hit the boards to his right, came right out, and the Knight forward was standing right out to the right of Zach Long, and he just one-timed it, again, right up in the top left-hand corner. And Rome is really blitzing the Raiders at this stage of the hockey game.
3-1 the score now in favor of the Knights. And again, Messina with a chance to clear their zone, failed to, and that cost them a goal there. Puck comes around the wall. She doesn't clear the zone. Comes to the side of the net. They got a couple of guys in front, and the puck goes side of the net. They bang at it, and it's in behind. It's cleared around the boards. And we got some pushing and shoving going on. And now Bubba Girard is very upset about something.
Well, Bubba's probably upset the way those Black Knights are going to that net. You looked up the last call you made. They've got somebody in front. They had 3 black shirts parked in front and only 1 Raider defenseman. As we mentioned, I don't want to seem redundant. They're just at this early stage of this hockey game, the Knights have come out really blazing, and they're all over the Raiders. Once they get into that zone, they're beating the Raiders to the puck and shoveling it out in front, and they're sending everybody but the kitchen sink in front of that net, and Zach Long is really under siege in this early going. Looks like they're going to get matching penalties.
Yep, I think so. Gerard and his Bubba Gerard will go in, as will, well, let's see who it is. I think
Amo.
It's Amo, yeah, Anthony Amo.
You know, we talked to Coach Al Williams before the game. He mentioned one of the keys to his club tonight would be how the defensive zone coverage, which is always important. And a good illustration of that, the last time the Raiders were in the zone, had a good play set up, slid it across the area. Looked like they had a wide open man to DiMaggio's left, but just some good back checking, good defensive zone coverage by number 21, Dan Carpenter. And this is what you'd like to see. This is what you work on in practice, and that's what excellent defensive zone coverage. They stopped the puck, cleared the zone, and bingo, away they go. You have to play both ends of that ice. Looks like 21 is, he's going to the, ooh. They can't afford to lose him for whatever reason. He is one of the keys of this club, and they're escorting him to the locker room with 3:20 left, but they're only flashed up a minor. Maybe it's an equipment or an injury repair. Not sure.
Well, now the officials are talking with Messina captain Mike Lapointe and Charlie Durant, and the Rome Free captain who's out there now. And, well, let's wait and see. That's Nick Mendiola.
Much to do about nothing, Jerry. Really not a lot transpired out there. A little set to the right of Zach Long. The puck was in the other corner, and all eyes were following the puck. And Amo and Bubba Gerard had a little set to, but I don't know. They've only got 1:30 flashed up on the clock. We'll see. Oh, they've taken that down now. Major penalties, looks like.
Number 22. Major, 4 minutes.
Oh, he kicked. That's why Bubba was so mad. Amo kicked him, and that's why Gerard was so mad, because he got kicked.
Okay. And
so Amo gets a game disqualification, which means he'll be out again tomorrow against Potsdam, and Bubba will sit for 4 minutes.
You know, that's just, I know Coach Al Williams and staff have to be totally upset with that. I didn't see it. I can't comment, and I'm just going on, what's up on the board. But if that's the case, if he did kick at him, boy, that's, and he talked about discipline, having to be disciplined at all times. You're up 3-1. You're playing the third-ranked team in the state, and he's one of the big guns of this club, as we mentioned. Leads the team in scoring, and they rely on him. And to get thrown out with 3:20 left in the first period, boy, it's kind of letting your teammates down on that one.
That's an automatic, when you kick at somebody, that's an automatic game disqualification. So he's out, and Gerard gets the major for fighting, but just the 4-minute major. But both teams picking up the 4-minute major, so the net result should be 4-on-4, I guess.
5-on-5.
Oh, they're going to be 5-on. That's right, with a major, 5-on-5. Off the faceoff, puck in the Messina zone. Raiders have to get something going. They're trailing by 2 goals here, and we're early in the game. Off the draw, Charlie Durant trying to control it around the boards to Timmy O'Shea. O'Shea's headman pass goes off a stick, bounces into the Rome zone. Back after it is Marchone. He gets taken out of the play by O'Shea. Battling for it, Marchone comes back up with it, though, and moves it ahead. Here's Marchone. Headman pass down the ice. They got a man free, but a nice play by DeRosie breaks it up. He poke checks it into the corner, and the Raiders move it out again. Long headman pass goes by everybody. That was Eric Meacham trying to find his man, goes back into the Rome zone. Rome defense. O'Shea throws a check, gets knocked down. The puck is underneath him and the Rome defenseman. Now it comes squirting free, picked up by Meacham. Meacham, backhand shot, saved DiMaggio, and he holds on for the face-off. Nice backhander by Eric Meacham.
Good job by the Raiders forechecking. They outnumbered the Black Knights in the corner to the right of DiMaggio, 3 against 2, and Meacham dug the puck out, walked right off the boards, and stayed on the backhand, and went short side. DiMaggio, who is a southpaw, stuck that big right arm down there with that big glove on the end and scooped that right out of the air. Nice save by Vinny DiMaggio.
Cormanius now takes the draw to Cameron. His drive right on. DiMaggio makes the save. Rebound picked up by Weiskopf. Takes it into the corner, goes back to the blue line. Rochford has it, get by him. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Black Knights as they break in there. Backhander, score! Jim D'Angelo gets the goal.
And And that'll probably be unassisted. The puck came back to the Raider defenseman on the right point, and he fanned on it. And Jim DeAngelo just stepped around him, picked up the puck in the neutral zone. It was a 2-on-1. Bobby Page was breaking down, and DeAngelo, I don't think he had any intentions of passing it to Bobby Page, and he stayed on the backhand and slid one right along the ice. He's a right-handed shot, was coming down the left wing, and from a fairly tough angle, beat Zach Long along the ice to the far side, and the Raiders are in a deep hole here with 2:14 left in the first period, down 4-1.
Nick Cormanius out there to take the draw. Off the face-off. Puck bounces, and we have a whistle. I think it went up into the crowd and came back out on the ice. So they'll face it off just outside the Rome zone. Botpo State Farm Insurance scoreboard says Rome 4, Messina 1. And again, just one of those things where the Messina defenseman couldn't keep it in the zone. As a pass came back to him, it just got under his stick, and it set up a 2-on-1, and Giangelo just came down and scored. In behind the net, Nick Mendiola with it. His pass almost blocked, but it comes to the Knights, and they try to move it out of the zone, and they do, out to center ice. Here comes a chance in front, and the shot, and it's fired wide by Mendiola. Back to the blue line, across in front of the net. Raiders feed it up into the crowd, and the face-off will come in the Messina zone as Barkley tried to hit the glass, and instead went up into the crowd.
Zach Long can't figure where those black shirts are coming from every angle, and that last goal, unassisted, Jimmy DeAngelo, we mentioned, down that left side, the puck got by the Raider defenseman who tried to hold it in. DeAngelo just walked by him and down that left side, and a backhander from a tough angle at the 12:46 mark.
Off the face-off, puck in neutral ice, Raiders digging for it. Day out there. Has it knocked away, comes in the Messina zone. Barkley, headman pass to Mike Lapointe. Here's Lapointe across the blue line, busting in right side. His shot right across the goal mouth, just missed. Now the puck comes to Kerwin. Kerwin to Day in the corner. Day gets tied up. They bang at it, comes back to the blue line, kept in by Nightingale. Nightingale flips it back in the corner. They jam for it. Finn has it right across the goal mouth. Now it comes to Lapointe. Poke checked away from him. Here comes Finn out to center ice. Finn into the Messina zone. Stick handles into the corner. Here's the cross-ice pass, bounces into the corner on the left side of goaltender Zach Long. Into the final minute of the first period. The Raiders, I'm sure, can't wait to get this first period finished. Here comes Lapointe. Across the blue line, into the corner. He and Marchone go together. The puck squirts free. They jam for it. Lapointe comes up with it, flips it behind the net. Met for Day. Comes back to Lapointe in the corner. Lapointe centering pass, bounces by everybody and out to center ice. Charlie Durant after it. Durant flips it, across the blue line, neutral zone. Puck back in the zone again. Delay offsides. Rome clears. Messina clears the puck. Comes back to the Rome line. Picked up there by Clara. Clara with it. Stick handles. Out by the blue line. DeRosie knocks it away. 20 seconds. Here comes O'Shea, and it jumped over his stick. And the Black Knights clear it out to center ice again. Durant with it. Flips it over to Meacham, to O'Shea. Across the blue line. Gets by the D. O'Shea shot. DiMaggio makes the save with 6 seconds left. And a good opportunity for Messina right there.
Oh, Timmy O'Shea, just a great burst of speed down that right side and just walked around the Black Knight defenseman. But Vinny DiMaggio got the top part of the, I won't say the knob, but from between the fat part and the knob on that shot. And that was heading just under the crossbar. Big save by DiMaggio.
Beecham will take the face-off with 6 seconds left. He'll face off against... let's see here, Mendiola.
Raiders have
picked up a penalty.
Oh, they pulled their goaltender.
Oh, they pulled their goalie. Okay. 6 seconds left in the period. Oh, I shouldn't be surprised, I guess. Off the face-off. Here's a chance, and it comes out to center ice and trickles into the Messina zone to take care of the period. So the Raiders box when Rome scored their shorthanded goal. And then the matching penalties. Matt Gerard got a 4-thin
line starting the second period.
Off the face-off, the Knights control in their own end, start to move it ahead. Marchone, he just bangs it off the boards into the Messina zone. Charlie Durant after it behind the net. He looks up ice, goes along the boards. It comes out to Day, knocked away from him. To the Messina line, we're going to have an offsides called as Rome touched it with a man inside the zone. And the face-off will move just outside. Just underway in the second period, the Rome Black Knights leading the Messina Red Raiders 4-1. The Raiders need a goal here sometime in the near future.
The Knights are used to tight games. 3 in a row in overtime this year against West Genesee, Ithaca, and Oswego. 1-2 and tied 1.
Off the face-off puck, sits at the blue line. Jeff Day picking it up now. Looks for Mike Lapointe on the wing. Lapointe goes right by the defenseman. Breaks in. Backhand shot. Save DiMaggio. Picks up the rebound. Trying to go to Kerwin. Goes back to the blue line. Durant keeps it in. Here's Lapointe. Lapointe dipsy doodles out by the blue line. Flips it through to Charlie. Here's Durant's shot. Hit the goalpost, I believe. Puck around the boards to the blue line. Good opportunities. A couple of them for Messina. Knights move it out of the zone. They just dump it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Knights. And the faceoff will move back in their zone. Couple of good opportunities for Messina early in the second period.
I tell you, when your house is on fire, you call the fire department. You got a prowler in the backyard, you call the police department. When you're in trouble, you call on number 7 out there, Captain Mike Lapointe, and he led that charge and almost got the Raiders back within 3.
Face-off, it will be Eric Meacham out there. Off the draw. Rome breaks it out of the zone, right back in again, back out again. Here come the Black Knights into the Messina zone, knocked away, and Meacham picks it up. Eric Meacham, long headman pass for Justin Walsh. He catches up with it. He's taken out of the play and knocked into the boards. The puck comes free, and around it goes Meacham. Gets it free to O'Shea. O'Shea steps around behind, trying to center it. It's knocked away. Comes back to Cameron at the point. He flips it around the boards. O'Shea can't catch up with it. Meacham digging it out of the corner. Drops it in the corner to O'Shea, knocked away. O'Shea throws a check. The puck squirts free. Knights try to move it. Meacham steals it. Knocks it in front. Here's a shot. DiMaggio makes the save as Walsh pulled the trigger in a hurry. And another big save for DiMaggio. Messina's starting to get some chances now.
You bet. And that was an oddity. The puck on the boards to the right of DiMaggio. Eric Meacham threw it out in front, and defenseman Steve Noway, cardinal sin, put the skate down, redirected it right straight back out in front. Justin Walsh one-timed it. Only a good save by Vinny DiMaggio prevented that from being a goal.
Nick Cormanius taking the face-off for Messina. Off the draw, St. Thomas in the corner now. Try and move it back to the blue line. Barkley flips it around the boards. Raiders try to control. It's Weiskopf. Weiskopf to St. Thomas, back to Weiskopf behind the net. Has it knocked away. Knights try to clear, kept in at the point by the Raiders. Puck in the corner, Weiskopf. He's got a man in front. St. Thomas gets knocked down, stays with it, gets knocked down again. Nick Cormanius flips it in behind the net. Here's St. Thomas. St. Thomas trying to center, gets knocked down. The puck squirts free, and it's picked up by the Knights. They're going to try to move it out of the zone. They're having a problem with it. Comes to the blue line. Kept in by Weiskopf momentarily. Finally, the Knights dump it to the Messina line. Ben Nightingale is there. Flips it ahead to the Knight line. Right back out to Nightingale. He dumps it right back in. Rome zone. And DiMaggio's going to cover up as he had Cormanius bearing down on him, and he holds on for the faceoff. Definitely a different second period.
You bet. Raiders, for 2 minutes, held the puck in the Black Knight zone. They hadn't sustained that type of pressure in that entire first period, and the Black Knights struggling right now just to clear the zone. They've realized that they've got a tiger by the tail here in the, they had a pussycat in that first period. They've got a tiger here in the second period.
Menke's line out now for Messina against the Finn line, off the draw. Puck in front of the net. Knights try to clear it. They just bang it across the blue line. Out to center ice comes the Messina line. Messina trying to clear. Here's the drive. Zach makes the save and holds on as that shot just bounced free, and it came to Nawe, and he just one-timed it right into the chest of Long.
I'll tell you, that was a bullet. Turnover right inside, probably 40 feet out, and the Knight player picked it up and just one-timed a bullet through traffic and headed right for Zach Long's head, and somehow he got the big glove up there and made the save. I don't know. That was a real bullet. I didn't even see that shot.
Menke's against Finn in the Messina zone. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle. It's poke-checked into the corner. After it there, Johnny Rochford. Rochford takes it in behind the net, rips it around the boards. The bounce is free in front. Now it comes to Ward out to center ice as a couple of Raiders collided. Dumped right back in. Zach makes the save. And I thought there was a man in the zone, wasn't there? Should have been an offside. But anyway, Messina breaks it out of there. Here's Kyle Wells flipping it in the corner. Now he goes after it, trying to move it through. Joe Ward in there banging for it. Menke's digging for it in the corner in the Rome zone. They battle for it. Ward is there. Menke's is there. They still flip it around the boards. Comes back to Rochford at the point. He pinches in. Here's a backhander knocked down in front, and DiMaggio makes the save. Off the boards, and they move it down to the blue line. Dumped right back in the zone by the Raiders. Both teams making changes here as Messina gets another line out there. They try to get a guy free at the blue line, but DeRosie steps in front of the pass, knocks it through. Day after it there. Coming up with it is Nawe, the defenseman for Rome. Trying to clear the zone, he does, and it trickles into the Messina zone. Charlie Durant trying to flip it ahead out of the zone, kept in at the point, flipped into the corner. Mike LaPointe there to rip it around the boards. It goes back to the other point. Here's a sharp angle shot. Save made by Zach Long. Now the Raiders move it. Kerwin has it poked away. Comes back to Charlie Durant. Flips it ahead to Day. Day moves to Kerwin. Kerwin can't clear the zone. Now it's out to center ice. Comes to the Rome zone. They're going to dump it right back in the Messina zone from the red line. Comes to DeRosie. DeRosie has it taken away, but he gets it back again in behind the net. The Knights try to wrap around, and it's cleared right across the goal mouth. They almost caught Messina sleeping there. Now the puck out to the blue line, and here comes Messina. We have a whistle as the Rome player got his helmet caught in the mesh, and they're going to have to blow the whistle, and the face-off will be in center ice, I think.
And Jim DeAngelo came within a whisker, making it 5-1. Picked up the puck behind the Raider net. Looked like he was going to go around to Zach Long's left. Everybody shifted to the left. Zach Long shifted left. DeAngelo puts the brakes on, sneaks right back around, had the whole short side, and just as he was going to tuck it in the short side, it rolls off the blade of his stick. Raiders just dodged the bullet there, or the Black Knights would have been up 5-1.
Faceoff moves outside. Messina in possession of the puck when the Knight player got tied up in the mesh. 10:43 left in the second period. Corky's Collision scoreboard still reads 4-1 in favor of Rome. Meacham's line out from Messina. Off the draw. Puck control by the Knights. They move it ahead and backhanded in the Messina zone. Right there is Cameron. Cameron in behind the net, trying to wrap it around the boards. Has it knocked away. Meacham comes back to help out. It comes to Cameron again. Here's Cameron being forechecked, and again Meacham comes back to help out. And the puck's still free behind the net. They bang for it. It's still apparently free. And the Knights move it in front, and they try to move it in front. O'Shea steps and picks it up. Here comes O'Shea, right down the middle. O'Shea now trying to drop it to Justin Walsh, but it's knocked away. Meacham cruising for it. It comes to Walsh in front, the backhander. Save made by DiMaggio. He'll hold on for the faceoff.
With 10:04 left in this second period, the Rome Black Knights riding that crest of a very, very excellent first period with 4 goals, leading the Raiders 4-1.
Rome coming back out again with the Daryl Finn line.
I wonder, Jerry, if seems to me this period they're kind of sitting back and trying to protect that 3-goal lead, and that could be a mistake against the Raiders, because we know that you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile.
Meacham's line still out from Messina. Off the draw, quick shot by Walsh. Goes to the side of the net, in behind. Raiders trying to dig it out of there. Picked up behind and wrapped around the boards. It goes to Justin Davis, and Davis trying to clear the zone. He can't. Dump back in behind the net. Here's O'Shea as DiMaggio plays it. Stolen. Meacham, his shot. Save made, DiMaggio. And he holds on for the faceoff. And now Walsh gets nailed from behind. And he and O'Shea and a couple of the Rome players are involved in a little bit of a fracas, but I don't think anything's going to come out of that.
I'd be surprised if we don't get penalties, especially Timmy O'Shea. If he doesn't, he's going to be very lucky. I got a feeling he's got to go, and probably the Rome player too, but he came late. Justin Walsh got blindsided, and Timmy O'Shea coming to his aid blindsided the Rome player. So good call by the official. Got them both.
Nawe will get the penalty for Rome, and Timmy O'Shea from Messina.
Just prior to that, Eric Meacham had a glorious opportunity. Rome coughed the puck up. One of the few mistakes they've made in their own end tonight, right in front of DiMaggio, and big Eric Meacham swooping down with those big long arms and legs of his. Just one time, that long swoop, and DiMaggio, short side, came up with a save. But
face-off will be just outside the Rome zone. Matching minor penalties. And apparently it'll be 4 on 4, okay. 4 on 4.
And Nawe had probably the initial penalty coming to him, and Timmy O'Shea coming late after you mentioned Justin Walsh getting clocked by Nawe. Timmy O'Shea coming to his aid like a good teammate does, gave the was he's flashing up 4. Maybe O'Shea picked up a double minor or a major. We'll wait and see. Now just 1:30 on the clock, so it's not a double.
So far, just 1:30 on the clock. We'll see what happens. Mike LaPointe out talking with the official. But the scoreboard still remains the same on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Rome leads Messina 4-1.
We mentioned about the section. Oh, here comes the announcement now.
Timmy O'Shea. He got the. Uh-oh. He got 2 penalties. Now we got the penalty. So in a minute and a half. Oh, no, that's right. It'll be a 5-on-4 power play, I believe, right now, as they put a minute and a half on the board.
We mentioned section 3. Well, here we go on the face-up. We'll pick it up later.
It is a 5-on-4 power play for a minute and a half for Rome. Now, wait a minute. They're going to have somebody come over and serve the penalty. So O'Shea is going to have to sit for a total of 3 minutes to serve out his penalty. So now Messina gets the second guy in the box. And we're all set to go here with a Rome power play. Raiders are going to have to bear down here and do some penalty killing. Here come the Rome Black Knights into the Messina zone. They dump it behind the net. DeRosie with it. Rips it around the boards. Not far enough. It comes back to the blue line. Here's a shot knocked down in front, and Long clears it into the corner. That was knocked down with a high stick, yep. And they're going to call that and move it outside the zone. In fact, they're going to move it all the way down the ice.
Yeah, but they didn't call it. The crowd called it. It was a high stick. Evident everybody in the place saw it, but the 2 officials, and it wasn't until after the roar of the crowd that they decided, something's wrong. But no question it was a high stick. Face-off all the way back in the Rome end with the face-off to the right of DiMaggio.
9:28 remaining in the period. The second period still 4-1 in favor of Rome. Cormanius out there with Weiskopf, Durant, and DeRosie. Off the draw, the puck controlled by the Black Knights. To the blue line, but not out of the zone. Now they clear it out of the zone and move it down ice. Cormanius gets knocked down, gets back up again. It's St. Thomas, Sam St. Thomas for Rome. He flips it in the Messina zone. Raiders, Weiskopf trying to clear it. Goes to DeRosie, to Weiskopf. Knocked away from him. Knights have the puck. They look to center. Bounces side of the net. It's sticked by the goaltender, Zach Long, around the boards. Here's Weiskopf, flipping it out to neutral ice. In fact, all the way down the ice. And in behind, DiMaggio leaves it for his defenseman, who clears it out to neutral ice. Here comes Mike Lapointe stepping off the bench, and he just flips it back in the Rome zone. About 30 seconds left in the man advantage for the Knights. They move it out to neutral ice. Jeff Day with it. He pokes it free. Here's Day back across the blue line, has it knocked away, and the Knights come back the other way. Here come the Knights trying to flip it down the middle. Here's the drive, high over the net. Around the boards, kept in at the point. Here's another drive knocked down by Charlie Durant. Durant just flips it down the ice, and it goes into the corner Rome zone. Lapointe going after it, trying to come up with it. Goaltender DiMaggio flips it around the boards. We got a delay penalty on Messina. I think Lapointe's going to pick up a penalty here in a moment. As soon as the Raiders touch the puck, it's going to be a cross-check, I believe.
Could call him cross-check, elbow, or high stick, one of the 3, but no question deserved it. He and the Rome player collided in the corner to the right of DiMaggio, and Mike Lapointe brought the stick up. I think it's going to be cross-checking, but he could have had an option. Could have been called for any one of the 3.
So Messina killed the initial penalty off, but they're right back in the penalty box again, Mike Lapointe.
They did an excellent job of killing that penalty off, and I think the Black Knights certainly miss Anthony Amos, especially on that power play. Their power play coming in a little under, probably in the high teens, according to Coach Al Williams, on some night, off some night. Didn't look too productive on that last opportunity. We'll see what they do here.
Face off just across the Messina blue line. Cormanius out there along with Weiskopf. And we've got Cameron and Bubba Gerard for Messina. Black Knights take the face-off and flip it in behind the net. That was Nawe taking the draw. They try to keep it in the zone. Raiders banging for it. Comes into the corner. Picked up, but not out of the zone. And now it's out of the zone, back in again, and offsides will be the call.
And an opportune offside for the Raiders because Bubba Gerard had lost his stick. Raiders were actually playing 2 men short. The stick was over here on the near side on the boards, and Bubba standing out front. In fact, he wailed one of the Rome players. You can hear, we mentioned, we're right in amongst the Rome crowd, and they thought there should have been a penalty on Bubba Gerard for interference.
Face off just outside the zone. Cormanius.
They might have a point, too.
Take the draw against Finn. Now they toss Cormanius and Finn. Stepping in St. Thomas for Rome and Weiskopf for Messina. Weiskopf wins the draw, dumps it down the ice. Back after it is Rob Marchone in his own net. Steps to the right side and flips it up ahead. Into the zone. Here come the Black Knights. into the corner. They try to move it around the boards. That's Mendiola. Back to the blue line. They got a man free. Marchone shot deflected. Save made. Rebound right across the open goal. I don't think Zach Long realized if he had that or not. Now Bubba just looks to tie it up. The puck squirts free. Comes right in front. The shot. Save made. Rebound kicked into the corner. Good opportunity for the Black Knights. They still have the puck along the boards, but Messina steals it and dumps it down the ice with about 35 seconds left in the power play. Raiders making some changes here. Rome taking it across again. They flip it down the middle, knocked away, and Barkley comes up with it, flips it, trying to clear the zone. He doesn't, bangs at it, and finally knocks it out to center ice. Rome controls, shoots it. That should be an offsides, and it is, as Rome took a shot from center ice with a man in the zone, and the faceoff will move outside. And one of the Messina defensemen, again a cardinal sin, he had a clear path to clear the puck and instead tried to get fancy with it, coughed it up, and almost cost Messina a goal.
Two huge saves by Zach Long. The first one off of Rob Marchone, a bullet from the point he never saw, made the save, and then right back on number 23, Sam St. Thomas, he just robbed him right in front. Two big saves.
Off the faceoff, here come the Knights across the blue line. They bang at it. Finally, it's poked free, kept in at the point. About 12 seconds left in the power play. Knights have the puck in the corner. They try to center it right across the goal mouth, but Meacham comes up with it, dumps it down the ice, hit the official with it, and here come the Knights right back across the blue line. They try to drop it through. Messina gets a man back, Lapointe, and here he comes. Here comes Lapointe with a puck. He's going to break down. He's got a partial breakaway. Puck gets away. There's going to be a penalty on Rome, and finally it's underneath DiMaggio. And now Meacham and the Rome player go after each other. And we may have matching minors on that. Lapointe had a partial breakaway. The puck actually got away from him, but he still was interfered with.
Mike Lapointe stepped out of the penalty box, and the penalty box just outside the Messina defensive zone. Came back in the defensive zone, and at that time, the Rome player on the far side made a blind behind-the-back pass. He thought to his other defensive partner, but it was to Mike Lapointe. He stepped right in between the two defensemen and away to the races. But as you mentioned, he was interfered at the end. DiMaggio came up. It came off the stick of Lapointe. DiMaggio came up, sprawling. Again, thought he had it. Didn't have it. Gave up the loose puck, and that's when the penalty, I think Jerry came after that because it was laying free. Vinny DiMaggio thought he had it under him. We'll wait and see what the call is going to be.
Looks like, Messina's Meacham will pick up a penalty. And it's going to be, let's see here, Matt Clara for Rome. Apparently Rome's only going to, well, no, they got the box still open. So I think Rome's going to pick up two. There's going to be a matching with Meacham and then the initial penalty. I think the net result will be Messina picking up a power play here, but let's wait and see.
6:34 left in this second period. We had 5 goals in the first period. 4 by the Black Knights, 1 by the Raiders, and no scoring here with 6:34 left in the second period.
Okay, the Raiders are going to pick up a power play as that second Rome player steps into the box.
And it's going to be, looks like number 25, that's Leone, and 26, Clara. Oh, no, I missed.
Meacham picks up the Messina penalty. Roughing the call on Meacham. Clara. Clara got a double is what it was. He's got somebody serving. So Clara gets a double minor. A minute and a half for roughing, a minute and a half for hooking, I believe. And the net result is a Messina power play.
Okay, 25, Vidleon is serving. He's going to serve that.
Okay. Messina on the power play here, and they dearly need a power play goal. Face off right side in the Rome zone. Raiders win the draw, back to the point. Durant rips it around the boards, and it's intercepted by the Huskies, poked away by Cormanius. Comes to Lapointe. Lapointe trying to clear it back to the blue line. He does. Puck into the circle. They bang for it. DeRosie keeps it in. Here's Cormanius, shot, fired it wide. Rebound in behind the net. And the puck comes free, picked up by Marchone. Trying to round the boards with it. Cormanius controls. To Weiskopf. Cormanius in the circle, trying to slide it through. Gets it back again. The shot, score! Nick Cormanius makes it a 4-2 game. A Messina power play goal.
Well, Nick Cormanius, you don't want to give that sharpshooter too many chances. He just ripped one just prior to that, was just wide, and the Black Knights had trouble clearing the zone. Raiders kept it in, and finally Nick Cormanius found himself again parked out about 25 feet right out in front of Benny DiMaggio, and I'm not sure who gave him the puck, but I was keen on Carmagnas. He was parked right, came on the stick, and he didn't waste any time. Ripped the wrist shot up over the blocker side of DiMaggio, up over the left shoulder, and the Raiders back in this game. Desperately needed that goal.
That makes it 4-2 for Messina. Cormanius gets the goal, and Joey Weiskopf picks up the play. A power play goal for Messina. Time to pick a Powerade power play winner. And let's see who the latest winner is. Thomas Menkes. Thomas Menkes from Messina is our latest Powerade power play winner. Off the faceoff, puck back in the Messina zone. They try to clear it, but it's kept in by the Black Knights. Puck along the boards to the blue line. They backhand it around the zone. Raiders trying to control it. Walsh has it knocked away. And in behind the net it goes. Raiders move it ahead. Charlie Durant starts it out. Here comes Durant with it. Moving it ahead to neutral ice. His shot from the blue line way wide, way high, and into the corner. Knights look to clear it. Don't. Here's a chance. Timmy O'Shea steps by the check, takes it wide, into the corner. O'Shea gets it knocked away, trying to flip it free. Comes in front. Walsh backhander. DiMaggio makes the save. Comes back to DeRozzi, right point. DeRozzi looking to keep it in. It's knocked away and out to center ice. There's a foot race. Charlie Durant comes up with it. Flips it ahead for Anthony DiAgostino. Ahead to O'Shea. Here's Timmy O'Shea. Winds up the shot. Oh, he fired it just wide. Puck around the boards. Here's DeRozzi again, trying to flip it ahead to Durant. Charlie steps across the red line. Ahead it goes to Mike Lapointe. He skates in. His shot blocked. Comes in front. Walsh. The shot O'Shea. Save DiMaggio. Rebound. Just wide of the net off a defenseman's leg as DiMaggio was out of the play. And the Knights wisely ice the puck and take off the pressure. Messina putting on some pressure here. They're back in the ball game. Rome leading at 4-2 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard.
We talked about whether Rome could sustain the type of pressure they had in that first period, and they haven't been able to. They're the club that's skating in sand right this second period with 4:45 to go, and the Raiders have turned their game up a notch, and right at this present time, they're all over the Huskies. That second Messina goal, Nick Carmagnas, his 16th of the year from Joe Weiskopf.
Face off left side in the Rome zone. Jeff Day, he's tossed out of the circle. Lapointe will take the face off. He'll face it off against Mendiola off the draw. Here's the drive, just wide by Jeff Day. Comes back to the blue line. Gerard keeps it in. Flips it in behind the net. After it, there's Nawe. Nawe, the defenseman, trying to keep it to the blue line, and it bounces out to center ice. Here come the Knights into the Messina zone, and the puck gets away. We're going to have a slashing call on Messina.
We're going to have two, probably a slashing and maybe a roughing. We'll wait and see. I think each official's got a call out there. Definitely, I think Mike Cameron's going to get, Mike Lapointe's going to get the slashing, and I think Mike Cameron's going to pick up the roughing. They each official had a call. The initial one, I think, was going to go against Mike Lapointe. And I think Mike Cameron trailing the play. I might have those reversed, but the Raiders are going to each pick up a penalty.
Whoa, that's a bad break for Messina as they pick up two penalties, as Rome will have a two-man advantage here for a minute and a half.
Especially when the Raiders are turning up the heat. I think there's a slashing, and I think the second one's going to be a roughing.
Yep, that's what it is. Slashing on Lapointe, roughing on Cameron. So Messina with two men down.
Mike Lapointe got his right in front of the net, back checking out here in his own zone. Mike Cameron, last one coming back, got the roughing. I think he punched the Rome player right down here in front of the penalty box.
Cormanius out there to take the face-off. Knights control. They move it out to the blue line. Around the horn it goes, flipping it side of the net. They try to move it through. It's poke-checked away by Rochford. He tries to flip it around behind the net. Rome controls, though. They move it around the horn, back to the blue line. Over on the other side, here's the drive. Through traffic, it goes in.
Rob Marchone he's the guy that took the shot. He powers, he's the key on that power play. Little defenseman out there, not very big, but he has a cannonading shot, and he keeps it about 2 inches off the ice. And that time, I think number 20, probably Mendola, will pick up the assist. It came back to the left point. They slid it across. I think Mendola to Marchand on the far side. He cranked one up, and it might have hit something in front. I'm not sure if it hit a Messina player or if it hit a Rome player, but it went between the legs of Zach Long and just got over the line. But they all count, and that's a big one. Puts the Knights, who were kind of back on their heels somewhat, back with a 3-goal margin, and they still are on the power play.
And we have another Powerade power play winner on the Rome power play goal. Cody Holliday is our latest winner. Congratulations to Cody Holliday. Marchone gets the goal, a power play goal, a 2-man advantage goal for Rome to give them the 3-goal lead again, 5-2. Puck back in the Rome zone. In behind the net, Messina still killing one penalty. Still about 50 seconds left in the penalty. Here come the Black Knights trying to move it out of their own end. Comes out to neutralize, stolen by Cormanius. He just flips it back in the zone of the Rome Black Knights. Now back the other way. Come the Knights into the zone. That's Mendiola trying to get in front. His short side shot hits the side of the net. Durant flips it around the boards. Doesn't clear the zone. And we have a whistle. And I think the net's off its moorings. Yep, that's what it is. Net's off its magnets, and we'll have a face-off inside the Messina zone. With 3:27 left in period number 2 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Rome leads Messina 5-2.
That goal at the 10:53 mark, Rob Marchone, and I think Nick Mendiola is going to pick up one assist. There should be another one. We didn't get it, but number 20, and we'll find out who the other assist. But it is a power play goal. A low bullet from the right point that hit something in front, went between Long's legs.
Off the face-off, O'Shea skates it out of the zone. About 25 seconds left in the power play. Here comes O'Shea, wasting time, just ragging the puck in the corner. Takes it in behind the net. Finally has it knocked away, but stays with it. Here's O'Shea. He gets tied up and gets knocked down, and back the other way come the Knights. Into the Messina zone, across the blue line. They drop it back to the point, and it's deflected right on. And Zach makes the save. The puck comes bouncing free, and along the boards it goes. Justin Walsh with it, and down the ice it goes. And we have a whistle as Messina gets the man back, but they gave up a power play goal and a 3-goal advantage back to Rome, 5-2.
Nice rush by that line of D'Angelo, Page, and Jason Smith. D'Angelo and Page just teaming up, working miracles out. The little drop pass, and the guy who dropped it went to the net. The guy who received the pass slid it along the ice, and the guy who originally started got the stick, redirected it up, and only a good save by Zach Long prevented the Knights from scoring. Good effort by D'Angelo, Page, and Jason Smith.
Meacham off the faceoff. Puck dumped in the Messina zone. Back in after it, Ben Nightingale. Nightingale has a problem, has it knocked away. The puck comes to Meacham, to Walsh. Walsh trying to clear the zone. Does he get it out to center ice? He does. In fact, it goes all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against Messina and move the faceoff back in their end. 2:35 left second period. Rome leading Messina 5-2.
Turning points, things you look back on. The game is still not, it was 2:35, a lot of time left. It's 4-1. Zach Long made 2 big saves. I felt that if the Graders get back, that's the key. They come back and score a goal, bingo. They're all over Rome. Boom, they take 2 penalties at once, allow the Black Knights to put that 5th one on the board. Those could be 2 turning points either way.
Off the faceoff, Barkley with a puck. Rips it along the boards, Justin Walsh. Walsh looking for O'Shea. O'Shea trying to catch up with it, he can't. Knocked back out to neutral ice. Here's Meacham across the blue line. Drop pass to O'Shea, winds it up. DiMaggio makes the save and holds on for the faceoff.
Good hard shot by Timmy O'Shea, but that was a 55-footer, no screen, and Vinny DiMaggio is going to handle those all day long. We mentioned 2:21 left in the second period. Face-off to the right of Vinny DiMaggio, with Rome leading the Raiders 5-2.
Messina on the road tomorrow as well. They'll be playing over in Oswego. And that game is a 1:30 start. We'll be on the air about 1:15 with High School Hockey Report.
Coach Al Williams feels the Oswego Buccaneers probably the best team he's played so far this season.
Face off right side in the Rome zone. It'll be Daryl Finn out there against Jeff Day. Day wins the draw. Back to Wonky. Wonky flips it in the corner. Mike LaPointe after it in behind the net. He's got it in front. And the pass just bounced away from Jeff Day, and he couldn't come up with it. And the Knights move it down and dump it in the Messina zone. Around the horn it goes. Clint Kerwin trying to catch up with it. He can't. They move it in front. Backhander knocked away. Puck comes free again. And finally it's picked up by the Raiders. They move it around the boards, but not out of the zone. The Knights keep it in. Try to flip it through. Here comes Johnny Rochford, moving it ahead to LaPointe. LaPointe looking for Kerwin. Kerwin has it go over his shoulder into the Rome zone. Here come the Knights back the other way. Intercepted by Wonky. Flips ahead to LaPointe. LaPointe tries to take it in across, but it's knocked away. Knights back in. Finn with it. He flips it into the Messina zone. Wonky after it there. And we got a delay offsides on Rome, and the whistle blows. No, that's a delay penalty on Rome. And that's going to be A cross check against who?
I think it's going to be Justin Davis, possibly the number 4 for the Black Knights, going to pick up the penalty. We'll wait and see.
Yep, that's who it is. Justin Davis gets a cross check call. And now Messina with 1:28 in the period left. Another golden opportunity to get back in the hockey game, David, with a power play.
And a reason why coaches have gray hair. You're up 5-2, 1:28 left in the second period, and you pick up a cross-checking penalty in the offensive zone. Lack of discipline. You can't have that to be a successful hockey club. Raiders, as you mentioned, Jerry, definitely need a goal right here in this dying moments of the second period.
Off the faceoff, Durant to DeRozzi. Flips it ahead for LaPointe. He kind of overskated it, and the puck knocked back in the Messina zone. DeRozzi after it. He looks up ice, skates it out of the zone, takes it across the red line, trying to flip it ahead, he does. Here comes Messina in the zone, that's Weiskopf. Weiskopf has it knocked away, and the Knights dump it down the ice. About a minute left in the period. Charlie Durant picks it up in his own end. Plenty of time. Here's Durant with it. Headman to LaPointe. He just gets railed. Had his head down coming out of the zone, and a big check thrown there by Matt Clara. Now Messina throws it away. Comes back in the Raiders zone again. DeRozzi with it, falls down, gets back up again. There's going to be a penalty on Rome. And boy, I'll tell you, that was on the edge. It's going to be Mendiola as DeRozzi went down, but I think he went down under his own power more than Mendiola.
I agree with you, and that check that Matt Clara laid on Mike LaPointe right at the Raider blue line brought this crowd to its feet. He just got Mike LaPointe with his head down, and Clara came up and really clocked him, and Mike LaPointe will feel that one for a while. But the Raiders, again, a golden opportunity. The Knights picking up another penalty. They still have 37 seconds to kill in the first one.
35 seconds left in the period. Off the faceoff, O'Shea with it. He takes it across in the zone, setting up the power play. Here's O'Shea, back to the point. Cameron, back to O'Shea at the 45. He goes to O'Shea. Here's the drive. DiMaggio makes the save. And we're down to 19 seconds.
Raiders working that overload. Justin Walsh and Timmy O'Shea on that side, and Timmy O'Shea picked it right at the top of at the dot, and he just cranked up a slap shot. But again, Vinny DiMaggio, one of the keys to this Rome club, held his ground and made the save.
Off the faceoff, Raiders control again. Back to Cameron. Cameron flips to O'Shea. Back to Cameron. Back to O'Shea. He steps into the slot. Goes to Meacham in front, right across the goal mouth. Here's a shot up over the net into the wall with 4 seconds left. Now Messina's going to pull their goalie again and get yet an extra attacker out there.
Timmy O'Shea, then Eric Meacham all alone in front, couldn't beat DiMaggio. The puck came out to the right, and Bubba Girard stepped down from the left point. DiMaggio sprawled on the ice. All he has to do is go upstairs, and instead of going to the 5th floor, he went to the 19th floor and put it over the glass. But both Eric Meacham and Bubba Girard had great opportunities to get one back here for Messina.
So Messina with the extra attacker out. Who's going to take the face-off? Cormanius. Face-off right side of DiMaggio with 4.2 seconds left. Off the draw, it goes into the corner, not where Messina wanted it. They have trouble controlling it, flip it right in front, but the buzzer sounds, and the Knights will come back with just 2 seconds.
There in Messina, 10th in the state. Wes Jenny, who was ranked 4th in this week's poll, also in Section 3, and Oswego, who we play tomorrow, ranked number 5 in the latest state poll.
Okay, here we go. And Messina will have 2-man advantage for 2 seconds, and then a 1-man advantage for 53. Cormanius out there with LaPointe, and Pribble, the Tasmanian Devil, out for the first time this game. Off the face-off, Messina wins the draw. The penalty is he lapsed one of them, and Messina dumps the puck in the zone. So no advantage from the 2-man, but they have the puck in the zone. Here's Pribble with it, centers it right in front of the goal mouth, but it's knocked down the ice by the Black Knights, and Messina will regroup with about 40 seconds left in the power play. Charlie Durant, who's out with DeRozzi, with a puck now, flips it ahead for LaPointe. Michael picks it up, steps by a check, takes it across. LaPointe right down the middle, shot, save made by DiMaggio, and he'll hold on for knock it up into the glass for the face-off, and we'll have a draw inside Rome territory. 14 and a half left in the third period, 26 seconds in the power play. Rome leads Messina 5-2.
Captain Mike Lapointe, always dangerous, wristed one from probably 35 feet that, again, Vinny DiMaggio able to get the stick on it, deflected up over the net.
Cormanius takes the draw. Off the face-off, the puck dumped down the ice by the Black Knights. Zach Long out of the net to play it into the corner for DeRosie. DeRosie back after it, he starts out. Flips to Charlie Durant, cross-ice pass to Lapointe. Here's Lapointe, ahead to Cormanius. Cormanius across the blue line, flips it in behind the net. DiMaggio tries to clear, but stepped in front of by Pribble. Pribble takes it into the corner. Here's Pribble with it. Goes to Lapointe, steps in front, score! Mike Lapointe beats DiMaggio, low glove side, and the Raiders pulled to within 2 once again. The penalty had elapsed, so it's not a power play goal, but the Raiders get their third, and they're back in the hockey game.
And Vinny DiMaggio has no one to blame but himself. That on that goal, just poor clearing. He had time to run it on the dasher behind him, and he tried to, but Les Pribble was able to block it with his shin pads, kick it up to the corner, and threw it out in front, and Mike Lapointe right there stepped out and bingo, right low along the ice between the post and Vinny DiMaggio's blocker.
Okay, here come the Black Knights right back in the Messina zone off the faceoff. Cameron throws a check. The puck sits behind the net. They bang for it there. It's still free. Finally comes to the top of the circle. Raiders try to clear, but we're going to have a penalty. And the Raiders will pick up a penalty. I think Mike Cameron's going to get a slash call behind the net.
Yeah, and we talked about that discipline, and Mike's coming to the bench. He can't understand how he got it, but the official right on the spot. That third Messina goal won't be a power play, as you mentioned. The Rome player just back off out of the penalty box, but Mike Lapointe will get his 12th of the year, and Les Pribble will pick up the assist, and there was a yeoman's work by Lester, but again, Vinny DiMaggio's got to be shaking his head. He said, I had a chance to clear that puck and didn't do it.
Off the face-off, puck in the Messina zone, Rome with a power play. Here come the Black Knights. They move it right down the middle, but it's blocked. And here comes Bubba dumping it down the ice, Gerard. In behind the net is DiMaggio. He's going to leave it as the Knights have the power play. Messina's drawn to within 2 here, and they control the puck. Here's a shot from outside in behind the net, and the Knights come back in again. Messina putting some pressure on. O'Shea picks up the loose puck. In the zone, Dipsy Doodles out by the blue line, poked away, gets it back again, and flips it through. Knights will start again. Here's a poke check. Comes to the Messina line. Puck bouncing around. And it's still free just inside the Messina blue line. They bang for it. And finally, the Raiders pick it up, Justin Walsh, and dump it down the ice. 40 seconds left in the power play. We're going to have what? A penalty on Rome for holding.
That will really get the crowd incensed. We've got a couple of highly vocal and highly excitable fans down below us, and one down to our far right, a gentleman wearing a headset down there. I hope he's not listening to us. I think he's got this game is being broadcast by the Rome station, and every time the official makes a call that goes against Rome, he just jumps up and screams at the top of his lungs and gestures at the officials. But
St. Thomas gets a double minor as he picks up a holding and an unsportsmanlike, and apparently he said something. And so now Messina with a golden opportunity to draw within 1. It'll be 4-on-4 for the next 39 seconds. Then the Raiders go on a power play. Here come the Black Knights. They can't clear the zone. Lapointe winds up the shot, save. DiMaggio holds on for the face-off.
Mike Lapointe drilling one from the top of the left circle, but Les Pribble cutting across that crease looking for a rebound, and if DiMaggio wasn't able to hold on, I'll tell you, Pribble's there to ram it home. The Raiders have really picked up their game.
5-3, Rome leads. 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders right now, but Messina will be on a power play here shortly. Here come the Knights, moving it out to center ice, and it's stolen away. Here comes Lapointe. Takes it across, Dipsy Doodles, winds up his shot. DiMaggio makes the save. Puck goes into the corner. They don't clear the zone. Kept in. Barkley flips it around behind the net. Pribble going in after it. Here's Pribble with it. Throws the check, but the puck gets away from him. Here come the Knights. They move it into the Messina zone. Here's Bobby Page with it. Trying to step by the check. He doesn't get through. The puck does. And Ben Nightingale flips it around. The Raiders go on the power play here. And they've got over 2 minutes of power play. Long headman pass by Pribble. Knights control. They clear the zone. Out to center ice. And they dump it right in the Messina zone. Back in after is Ben Nightingale. Nightingale rips it around the boards. Barkley's pass stolen. Here's the shot. Save made, rebound. Hits the side of the net. Uh-oh, those diagonal passes again. Barkley again overskates and gets it back again. Ahead to Pribble, knocked away from him. And Pribble has it, can't control it. The Knights dump it down the ice. The puck rolls up on the back of the mesh and bounces off. Nightingale will come up with it. He'll start out. Here's Nightingale, headman to Lapointe. Lapointe feeding Cormanius a little bit too far, intercepted. Knights dump it down the ice. Messina not showing much yet on their power play.
Having trouble with this diamond in the neutral zone. Once they get it inside the zone, they're successful, but they're having trouble getting it there.
Here comes Lapointe, takes it across. Here comes Lapointe, has it poke checked away and back out to center ice. DeRosie with it. DeRosie flips it ahead into the zone. Knights control. They're going to dump it down the ice. Bounces into the Messina zone. Durant with it. Durant, trying to move it ahead, has it knocked away. Comes to DeRosie. DeRosie to Cormanius, to O'Shea. Here comes O'Shea after it in the corner. Timmy O'Shea in behind the net. Here's O'Shea circling, back to the blue line. DeRosie back to O'Shea, intercepted, dumped down the ice again by the Black Knights. Still 5-3 in favor of Rome. Messina's power play sputtering right now. Here comes Durant, and he hit the official with it. Sputtering, yes, it's sputtering. Here comes Durant. He flips it and dumps it in the Rome zone. Bounces right in front of the net. Knights pick it up and clear it down the ice. Once again, they almost had a man breaking. Zach out of the net to play it in the corner for Charlie Durant. We're down to 15 seconds. Last gasp for the power play. Durant cranks it up. His shot is blocked. Puck goes into the corner. Hard check thrown there by Meacham. Now O'Shea in there and the puck tied up. And the Black Knights kill off the penalty. And we're down to 10:02 left in the third period. Rome leading 5-3.
You mentioned Messina not having seen this type of a penalty kill by Rome, not to my knowledge. I don't know what they saw. I wasn't down in Buffalo, but they're throwing that diamond at them. And passive, they don't come up and get you in your own end unless they have a real good shot at it, but they pick you up in that neutral zone. And just think of a diamond, that's what they do, and they just jump out at you. And if you're not ready for it, and the Raiders certainly haven't been here tonight.
They have had one power play goal. Here's Gerard's shot, deflected right on the rebound, and front score! Nick Cormanius gets his second goal, and Messina makes it a one-goal game, 5-4.
The importance of the draw. Nick Cormanius won that draw, and he brought it right back to Bubba Gerard at the left point. He got the shot through traffic. DiMaggio makes the save, but he's down on his backside. And that sniper, number 24, Nick Cormanius, after he won the draw, he went to the net and he was right there. And as the rebound came out, he just put it by DiMaggio, who was on his backside. And DiMaggio right now is trying to explain to number 11, to Rob Marchand, hey, I got to get some help out here. Somebody help me pick up those rebounds.
So the Raiders pick up their fourth goal. It's a one-goal game. Off the face-off. Raiders control. It's Cameron. Flipping it ahead for Weiskopf. He dumps it in the zone. Cormanius chasing in after it. He flips it in behind the net for St. Thomas. St. Thomas centering pass, and Joey Weiskopf, too well tied up, couldn't get a shot off. Here come the Black Knights back the other way into the Messina zone. In behind the net, centering pass in front, knocked away by Cormanius. Cormanius flips to Cameron. Cameron trying to clear it, gets it knocked away. Puck in behind, Cameron digs for it. Comes out of the pack with a puck. Here comes Mike Cameron, looking up, skates it ahead. He's going to skate it to the red line, takes it across, has it knocked away. Comes back to Gerard at the red line. He just flips it ahead. And an offsides on Messina, but they dump it back out. Dump back in again. Raiders with a delay offsides, but Rome's going to clear. Here comes Jake Whitney. His shot way wide. Bounces back out to neutral ice. Knights pick it up there, try to flip it through, intercepted. Here comes Messina, Joey Ward across the blue line. Shot, oh, he just missed. Just missed. Puck in the corner, DiMaggio has it, and apparently he covered it long enough, and the whistle blows it dead, and we'll have a face-off inside Rome territory. Raiders back to within one. It's 5-4 Rome with 8:55 left in the third period on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard.
And I'll tell you, the Rome gas tank is almost empty. The legs are really getting wobbly with the Raiders. I think they stopped in for a fill-up. They're just taking it. That last goal has really spurred them on. 5-4, 8:55.
Mankeys line out there off the faceoff. Puck goes in behind the net. Black Knights trying to come up with it. Around the boards it goes. Drew Wonky flips it in the corner. Puck comes to Mankeys behind the net. Mankeys digging for it, has it taken away. Around the boards it goes on the other side. Johnny Rochford in front. Here's the shot. Anthony D'Agostino. And the shot is blocked by the defense. And here comes Rome. They dump it down the ice. That'll be an icing call. They had a guy breaking. That was Justin Davis. But the pass just a little ahead.
Yeah, again, that going back to that gas tank, the puck ran around the dasher behind DiMaggio to his left, and we thought that the Rome forward was going to get there, but Johnny Rochford dropped down from the point, kept it in, threw it out in the slot, and Anthony D'Agostino was all alone out there, and he just couldn't quite handle it.
Off the faceoff, Rome doesn't clear the zone. Kept in by Durant today. His shot is partially blocked. Puck bounces free, comes out to the blue line. Durant dumps it right back in. Messina has to get onside. Rome clears it back out again. Here comes Durant right across the blue line. Gets by the check, winds up, shot, save DiMaggio. Puck cleared back out to neutral ice by the Rome defense. Good opportunity for Charlie Durant. Here comes DeRosie with it. Skates it out to center ice. Flips it ahead to Lapointe. Lapointe's pass is blocked. Back comes Rome. They break it across. Here's the drive. Knocked down in front, the rebound. Save made. The puck cleared in front. And Messina has it side of the net. And Cardinals sin by the Messina defense. But the Raiders dodge a bullet. Here's Lapointe. Ahead to Day. Day drop pass. Lapointe, his shot is blocked. The rebound comes to Durant. Has it poked away. Back to DeRosie at the blue line. Flips it in behind. There's a shot right in front. Save DiMaggio. Comes to Durant. Durant in front. The shot Day to save DiMaggio. And he holds on for the faceoff. And the Raiders are firing on all cylinders right now.
Oh, I'll tell you, that line of Jeff Day, Mike Lapointe, and Lester Pribble swarming over this Rome defense right now, just holding on by their fingernails. And Vinny DiMaggio, every chance he gets, he's holding for a faceoff because he wants to give his club a breather. Just this crowd is trying to get their charges back into it, give him a little extra boost, and on their feet, encouraging them on.
Off the faceoff, Meacham to the blue line. Kept in by Girard to O'Shea. O'Shea centering pass off a leg. And here come the Black Knights back out to center ice. Sam St. Thomas into the Messina zone. He's taken out of the play by Justin Walsh. Girard with the puck in behind, trying to go back to Walsh. It squirts free into the circle. Here's the shot, and that's over the net. May have been deflected. Here's another shot. Goes way wide. Justin Walsh chasing in after it. Trying to clear the zone. It just trickles out to center ice to O'Shea. O'Shea's headman intercepted. Dump back to the Messina line. Cameron over skates, has to come back after it. Here's Cameron dropping it to Girard on the other side. A headman intercepted again. Here's the Black Knights trying to move it along the red line. They're going to dump it to the Messina blue line. Cameron flips it ahead into the Rome zone. O'Shea, he gets knocked down. The puck trickles into the corner. Joey Weiskopf after it. Here's Weiskopf dipsy-doodling by a check. Has the puck knocked away. Knights try to clear, they do. Here comes an opportunity for Finn. Busting in his shot, he fired it wide. Puck whistles all the way back to the blue line and into the Rome zone as the Raiders want to change here. Puck in behind, the Rome defense trying to move it out of there. They move it ahead. Down the ice it comes. Here comes Marchand. And the puck in the corner. Net gets knocked off. The whistle blows. And we'll have a face-off. And I think they're going to move the face-off outside the zone.
The Black Knights had two opportunities. They came down number 7, Darryl Flynn. They had 2-on-1 with Danny Carpenter. Didn't see Carpenter, elected to shoot from way out, shot it wide. And then just a second ago, Justin Davis found the Raider defense a mile apart. That weak side defenseman's got to pick him up. And his forward way back in his own end spotted Davis, threw it right up the middle, and he just wasn't able to corral it. Or if he did, he was home free.
Face-off just outside the Messina zone, off the draw. The puck trickles to the Rome blue line, and they bang for it. Here comes Cormanius. He takes it to the top of the circle. Centering pass in front. Weiskopf score! And it's tied! Joey Weiskopf! And Messina has tied it at 5.
They just haven't got the legs, Jerry. We talked about it, the Raiders gearing it up just one more. They've got stronger and stronger and stronger, while the Black Knights, the legs have left them here in this third period. That time, Nick Kermanius dug the puck out of the corner, beat the, not the corner, was halfway, right about where the dot was, beat the Rome defender to it, threw it out in the slot area, and Joey Weiskopf, cruising in there uncontested, fired a low shot and beat DiMaggio on the glove side low. And the Raiders have tied this up with 5:57 left in the third period. The goal, his fourth of the year, Joey Weiskopf from Nick Kermanius, coming exactly 4 minutes after the Nick Kermanius from Bubba Girard fourth goal.
Off the face-off, puck controlled by the Raiders. Here comes Les Pribble with it. Has it knocked away. Bounces to Jeff Day to LaPointe. LaPointe takes it across, gets a shot up. DiMaggio makes a save and holds on for the face-off. And 5:44 remain in the third period on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. Raiders have tied it at 5. And Messina now out shooting Rome 27-18.
And the 3 goals in this period, Mike LaPointe at the 56-second mark, Nick Kermanius at the 5:03, and Joe Weiskopf with the tying goal at the 9:03. And I tell you, this crowd, again, is trying to encourage their club, and across the way, the Raider supporters are trying to urge their club on it. But I don't think Messina needs much urging right now. They're just flying out here.
Face-off will be in the Rome zone to the left of goaltender Vinny DiMaggio. Day will take the draw against Finn. Off the face-off, puck controlled by the Knights. They move it out to center ice. Now it's stolen away. Right back comes Rochford. Drop pass to LaPointe. LaPointe centering right in front. It's knocked away. Day tries to come up with it. He can't. And it's going to come to Finn. And he'll start to move it out to center ice. Here's Rochford again, flipping it ahead. Back into the Rome zone. Bouncing around. It comes to Matt Clara. Headman pass comes Johnny Rochford intercepts to LaPointe. LaPointe steps by a check. Here comes LaPointe off sides. And that check right at the blue line, just enough to knock him off stride and causing the offside against Messina.
And just a whisker, number 12, Steve Narway, just got a piece of Mike LaPointe, as you mentioned, just enough to set that line offside, because if he didn't, it was 3-1. 3-on-1 rush for the Raiders. Just prior to that, Johnny Rochford trying to pick up the nail. It was number 21, Danny Carpenter, that Rochford leveled Carpenter right at the neutral zone.
Meacham's line out from Messina now, into the zone, back out again. DeRosie with it, along the boards, gets tied up, tries to kick it ahead. Now comes to Walsh, back across, back in the zone. Gets knocked down, comes up with it, trying to go to O'Shea. O'Shea has it go high in the air, goes after it in the corner. Trying to go to Meacham in front. Their man lost his stick. Meacham can't come up with it. The puck comes back to the blue line. Puck around the boards. Justin Walsh chasing it down in the corner. Has it knocked away. The puck pinches free. Still in there. Kept in by DeRosie nicely. Here's Walsh looking to center. Goes to the side of the net. And the Black Knights pick it up. Don't clear the zone. Meacham gets a shot off. DiMaggio wisely covers it up and holds on for the face-off. And the Black Knights right now just holding on by their fingernails.
And Jason Smith not realizing, he should have, but I don't think he realized that his teammate didn't have a stick, had broken his stick, and they were playing down a man, and had 2 opportunities just to ice the puck and didn't do it. Elected to try to work it out, and he should have dumped the puck. Finally, Vinny DiMaggio said, I'll have no more of that. Held for the face-off.
Face-off in the Rome zone. Back to Girard. Quick wrist shot right on. DiMaggio makes the save. He saw that all the way. And we'll have another face-off. 4:35 left in the third period. On the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard, we're tied at 5.
And boy, he and Bubba Girard have something cooking, because that's the same type of draw. Kermanius won it clean back to Girard on the previous one where they got the fourth goal. Same thing again. That time, DiMaggio made the save.
Kermanius again takes the face-off. Wins it again. This time he goes to Weiskopf. Weiskopf shoot right on to save the rebound. And bang at it. DiMaggio makes the save and holds on as St. Thomas, that's Messina St. Thomas, Andy, right on top of him. He didn't have much to shoot at, and he just banged it right into his pads, and DiMaggio holds on.
Justin Davis, the right wing on that side, said, I'll beat that when they draw that puck. I'll just step between the center and the defenseman. And he did, but he missed the puck. He read it right, but he just didn't control the puck.
Face off, inside, left side, off the draw, Messina wins it. Cameron shot, DiMaggio makes the big save, and this time Rome will pick up the rebound and move it down the ice. Here come the Knights in the Messina zone. They got a man breaking through, but it's knocked away by Cameron with a skate. Cameron in behind now, trying to flip it to Bubba Girard. Now Cameron bangs it free. It's going to come over on the other side. Knights still control. Comes to Kermanius. He loses it right in front, but it comes back to St. Thomas. He got caught going the other way, falls down, doesn't clear the zone. They dump it into the corner. After it there is Daryl Finn. He and Bubba Girard go together. Girard trying to flip it along the boards. The puck's still in the corner. Finally, the Raiders pick it up. Move it ahead, Cormanius sweeps it out to center ice. Now St. Thomas to Cormanius. He gets tied up. The puck along the boards poked away. Knights right back the other way. Puck knocked away again. Here comes St. Thomas. Flips it in the zone. Messina on a line change. Puck in behind the net with 3.5 left. Here comes the Knights, clearing it to the blue line, but not out of there. Now it's out to center ice, and we're going to have a penalty on Pribble.
Les Pribble is going to get a hitting from behind. He put a lick on, I think it was number 17, Jim D'Angelo, right down in front of us. And certainly the partisan Rome crowd jumped to their feet, but the official right on the spot making a call. Les Pribble disagrees with it, thought it was a clean check, but the official deeming that it was a hit from behind. And I'll tell you, the Black Knights desperate need something. They need a stoppage of play because they're just hanging on not only by the fingernails, they're hanging on by the cuticles right about now.
An opportune power play for the Knights. Messina's going to have to kill this one off here and see.
Excuse me, couldn't they use number 22, Anthony Amo, right now?
I guess so. Okay, off the face-off. Black Knights try to control, intercepted. Back to the Black Knight zone. In their own end, Lapointe steals it. He gets tied up by the defenseman Marchone. Marchone comes up with it again. Lapointe steals it again. Now they both go after it. It comes to Day. Here comes Day in front. And we're going to have, I think, matching penalties there as Lapointe mixed it up along with Daryl Finn.
Probably an elbow and a slash, but they're each going to go. High sticking, looks like for Mike Lapointe, and a slash from Mendiola.
So that'll just remain, things will remain 5-on-4. But Lapointe has to sit out now for a minute and a half. Down to a minute 12 left in Pribble's penalty.
That'll be Davis, I guess, not Mendiola. Justin Davis, he can't believe it. He said, what, me? And the official said, yeah, you've got a 4 on your back, son. Find your way to the box. He and Mike Lapointe, again, along the boards. Little skirmish. Mike has made his way to the penalty box, but Justin Davis is slowly coming over. There he goes. He's finally in the box.
Okay, now we've got O'Shea and Walsh out there. Durant and DeRossi. Now we're going to change defensive pairings as Bubba Girard comes out with Mike Cameron. 1:12 left in the power play. 5-5 tie hockey game with 3:08 left in the third period. Face-off left side. Rome zone. Off the draw. The Black Knights control. I keep wanting to call them the Huskies for some reason. Here come the Black Knights. They overskate. Messina's O'Shea back the other way. He's knocked out of the play. Knights turn it around again. Into the zone it goes. Here's an opportunity for Finn. He's got a man breaking, but a blocked shot by Mike Cameron. Actually, a blocked pass. It comes over to St. Thomas on the other side. Back to the blue line. They move it around the horn, and into the corner it goes. Down to about 44 seconds in the power play. O'Shea digging for it. Trying to flip it free to the blue line. The shot knocked down in front. They bang at it, and it goes into the corner. Walsh with it. Flipping it. Doesn't clear the zone. Puck comes back in front. They bang at it. It goes just wide in behind the net. And they bang at it in behind again. Raiders control it, dump it down the ice, and it rolls on end out to neutral ice. Flipped right back ahead to the Messina line. Walsh is there to golf it right back down again. 15 seconds left in the power play. Raiders getting Weiskopf out there now to kill the penalty, along with Charlie Durant. Durant flips it ahead in the corner to Weiskopf. 5 seconds left in the power play. Puck in the corner, 2-1. And Tasmanian Devil is back out on the ice. The Raiders are back to full strength. Now Cormanius digging for it in the corner. They bang at it. It comes free. Here comes Joey Weiskopf. Steps in front, centering pass. St. Thomas. The shot, the save made by DiMaggio. Puck in the corner. Durant flips it in behind the net. Puck around the boards. Knights flip it up into the crowd. And we'll have a face-off with 1:35 remaining in the third period. We're tied at 5. And I'll tell you what, the Knights are tired.
Oh, they are exhausted. And Joey Weiskopf, using that great speed, great hustle, beat the Rome defender in the corner to the puck, came out and threw it out in front. But just a great play by number 11, Rob Marchone, who slid across along the ice with his body fully extended, blocked that centering pass because the Raiders had 2 red shirts parked out in front of DiMaggio.
Now let's see, coming out with the St. Thomas, Mendiola, and it's going to be Daryl Finn taking the face-off. No, Finn, St. Thomas, and Davis, excuse me. Off the draw, Pribble. Here's Pribble's backhander, knocked wide into the corner. DiMaggio way out of his net to clear it along the glass. Durant pinches in. Flips it in front. Pribble. Pribble centering pass knocked down. The puck stolen by Lapointe. He can't get the shot off. DiMaggio covers up and holds on for the face-off with 1:20 left in the third period. 5-5 tie hockey game on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard.
I tell you, we probably had 5 near heart attacks over here on this side. Matt Carla went to clear the puck. He just wanted to shoot it down the ice. He fanned on it, and there were 2 Raiders that jumped on it, and somehow Vinny DiMaggio able to come up with a save. Oh, I'll tell you, this is nail-biting time for the Rome fans over here.
Face off in the Rome zone. Day will face it off against D'Angelo. Day wins the draw, tries to move it through. Here's the puck in the corner, right on. DiMaggio holds on for the face-off as Pribble was right on top of him.
Well,
and we'll do it all over again.
Love to have a chart on the face-offs tonight. The Raiders have really been successful, especially in the offensive zone. Jeff Day has been outstanding. Nick Kermanius outstanding on those draws.
Off the draw, Day wins it again to Lapointe. His shot, oh, he fired it wide. Puck around the boards. Charlie Durant pinches in, tries to keep it in. They clear it to the blue line and out to center ice. Lapointe has it knocked away, but it comes to DeRozzi. Here's DeRozzi as we go in the final minute. DeRozzi takes it to Lapointe. Here's Lapointe, centering pass, Pribble shot. DiMaggio makes a save and holds on. Oh, golden opportunity there for Messina. And it remains 5-5 in the last minute of play. 53.9 seconds left in the third period.
Eric DeRossi from his right point, intercepting a clearing pass in the neutral zone. Just put on a burst of speed, gained the zone, dropped it off to Mike Lapointe, who found Lester Pribble cruising through the slot from the left side, slid it across to him, and Pribble got off a good backhand, but DiMaggio robbed him.
Okay, Meacham's line out for Messina. Daryl Finn will take the face-off against Eric Meacham, still in the Rome zone. Off the draw, the face-off bounces free. The Knights move it out. Here comes a chance for Justin Davis. He's got a man breaking. Centers it, bounces high in the air off a body around the boards. Justin Walsh moving it ahead. Here comes Timmy O'Shea, 3-on-1. O'Shea busts in, winds up, nice poke check. Great defensive play made by Marchand. Now they got a man breaking the other way. Into the zone, here comes Finn. We got a penalty. And the puck is in behind the net.
We might have a penalty shot here, Jerry. We might have a penalty shot. I think that's what we're going to have. The Raiders with a 3-on-1, but just a great, great opportunity by Rob Marchand to knock the puck away. The came back the other way. I don't know who the forward was who picked up the puck, and he found number 7, Daryl Finn, out in the neutral zone in behind the 2 Messina defensemen. Put it right on the tape. Finn went in. The Raider defenseman on the far side caught him and with a slashing, hacking motion, knocked Finn down. The official didn't waste any time. He got help from the crowd, but he called a penalty shot. And Daryl Finn, Johnny on the spot, picked up the puck, went in, went on the forehand, looked, found Zach Long sitting back a little bit, fired it low along the ice, beat Zach to the stick side.
Messina's got Cormanius, Lapointe, Pribble, and into the zone it goes right back out again. Comes to Lapointe at the Messina blue line, goes to DeRozzi with 20 seconds left. Headman pass intercepted, dumped back in the Messina zone. That'll be an icing against the Raiders. That's exactly what they wanted. They'll get a face-off in the Rome zone. They can pull Zach Long. And with 13.4 seconds left, there is still time.
And the guy who was the hero right at this moment might become the GOAT. Daryl Finn had the puck just inside his own blue line. Nobody around him. Had plenty of time to bank it off the boards. And he panicked somewhat, and he threw it down the ice when he didn't have to. And the Raiders are going to have a face-off to the right of Vinny DiMaggio. And Nick Kermanius is out there, and I'll tell you, he's won probably 95% of his draws. And it's all on the backhand. We'll see. The Raiders looks like, they're going to... Timmy O'Shea over on the left side is going to try to pick off the right wing so he can't get back to Eric DeRozzi.
Here's Cormanius. Off the face-off. Comes to O'Shea. Fired it wide. Puck backs to Lapointe. Winds it up. Through traffic. Deflected just wide. Comes to Meacham. His shot. We have a whistle. Where's the face-off going to be with 2.3 seconds left? It's going to take a quick shot now for Messina.
Well, I'll tell you, Vinny DiMaggio playing it kind of reckless. The net came off the morning. I'm not sure he knocked it off, The whistle hadn't gone, and the Raiders have possession of the puck, and Vinny DiMaggio has got his back to the play. That whistle hadn't gone. I'd like to see what would have happened if that shot was on net and would have went in. 2.3 seconds time. They got to win the draw. They're going to bring Eric DeRosie down to the top of the circle in behind the center, and you got to one-time it. There's plenty of time. There's enough time to score. Raiders, everybody will crash the net.
2.3 seconds left in the third period.
Sorry, Jerry, they're going to put two trigger men back there. Kerman's going to take the draw. DeRosie and LaPointe right at the top of the circle, right in behind them. Either one of them can trigger it. And what the Rome center has to do is neutralize Kermanius, and he does.
Face-off, and he does, and that'll take care of it right there. And the Black Knights, by virtue of a penalty shot,